Hello there you guys, welcome to one of my videos. According to the Manchester Evening News, Barcelona have rejected claims they are planning for Frenkie de Jong's departure to Man United this summer. Manchester United are confident of a cut price deal of 50 million for Barcelona midfielder Frenkie de Jong. Not so long ago, Frenkie de Jong told ESPN, "I'd prefer to stay at Barcelona." Reports in Spain said that Frenkie de Jong bought a multi-million-pound home in Barcelona. The other week, it said Manchester United were willing to offer Frenkie de Jong £375,000 a week. That would make Frenkie de Jong one of the highest paid players at the club. Frenkie de Jong has been at Barcelona since 2019. So he's been at Barcelona for around 3 years. He's under contract with Barcelona until 2026. Barcelona got him from Ajax. Barcelona paid around £65 million. He's a versatile midfielder. Erik ten Hag wants a reunion with Frenkie de Jong. Now, Manchester United offering Wambasaka to clubs. I heard that Wambasaka could be making a return to Crystal Palace. Wambasaka has endured 3 full seasons at Manchester United. Manchester United got Wambasaka from Crystal Palace back in the summer of 2019, got him in a deal worth 50 million. Man United paid 45 million up front and there was 5 million in add-ons. Wambasaka was not our first choice right back when we had Ralph Rangnick, Diego Dalot was. Wambasaka can be good defensively, but the attacking side of his game is not so good. Wambasaka will be allowed to leave Man United this summer. Yesterday, I gave you the news on Wambasaka. Man United confirmed Wambasaka will be leaving the club when his contract expires this summer. Wambasaka endured 8 years at Manchester United, so he was a long-serving player, and Wambasaka had a good career at the club. Mata made 285 appearances in all competitions and he scored 51 goals. And at Man United he won the FA Cup, the Europa League and the League Cup. Manchester United got Mata from Chelsea back in 2014. Paul Pogba, Man United have confirmed that he will be leaving the club on a free transfer at the end of June. It said Juventus are close to signing Paul Pogba. Paul Pogba has already endured one spell with Juventus. He endured 4 years with them. Real Madrid and PSG have also been in for Pogba. Earlier on this year, Pogba rejected a move to Man City. Sky Sports said earlier on this season that Paul Pogba is likely to make a move abroad. Pogba missed Manchester United's final game against Crystal Palace. Obviously, he's been out with injury. He is injury prone, Pogba. He's endured a lot of injuries. since he re-signed for the club. Pogba endured 6 years at Manchester United. He played over 200 games. He won 3 trophies. Manchester United paid around £89 million for him. Matic, we know that he's leaving the club. Revert back to earlier on this year, Matic announced he'll be leaving Manchester United. Matic did endure 5 years at the club. Manchester United got him from Chelsea back in 2017 in a deal worth 40 million. Matic wasn't one of Man United's first choice midfielders, but despite that, he'd still been given his opportunities. Alex Telles, I reckon that he's on his way out of the club. Telles has been poor for the last few months. Telles appeared to be our first choice left back when we had Rangnick. That's only because Luke Shaw wasn't available. Jones and Bayer also on their way out of the club. Man United need to get rid of Harry Maguire because he's not good enough to represent the club. Throughout the course of the season just gone, a lot of Man United fans were demanding for the captaincy to be taken off Harry Maguire. He's not a leader. Man United overpaid for Harry Maguire, got him for 80 million. He's the most expensive centre-half in the world at the moment, and he's the second most expensive signing at the club. And Maguire's been at United for around 3 years. He was out injured not so long ago. Dean Henderson, he's another one that's on his way out of the club. Heard that he could be going to Newcastle. Dean Henderson is Manchester United's second choice keeper. The season just gone, Dean Henderson only made 3 appearances. Tom Eaton is another one I think that's leaving. Tom Eaton is our third choice keeper. He's a backup. Man United got Tom Eaton on a free transfer from Aston Villa in the summer of last year. Jesse Lingard, Man United have confirmed that he's leaving as well. Lingard's out of contract very soon. Lingard was part of the football club for a long time. He came up our academy. Lingard was a squad player, he didn't get in the team much. Lingard's tipped to join West Ham after being released by Man United. 1 point, Lingard endured a 4-month loan spell with West Ham. We're looking to get rid of Martial permanently. The season just gone, Martial was out on loan with Sevilla. Edison Cavani, I think he's already left the club. Not too sure where he's going. Cavani did lose his place in the team when Man United re-signed Ronaldo last year. Man United got Cavani on a free transfer from PSG back in the summer of 2020. And next year, players will leave Manchester United. We've got quite a lot of players' contracts that do expire next year. You've got Luke Shaw's contract that expires next year. If Luke Shaw doesn't pick up form and he doesn't stop getting injuries, I think he could leave next year. If you revert back to earlier on this year, Luke Shaw came out and said that he prefers playing for England than Man United. We've got De Gea's contract that expires next year, but I don't think he'll leave next year because this season just gone, De Gea was absolutely sensational. Diego Dalot's contract expires next year. Dalot will either leave this year or he'll leave next year. Like I said earlier, Dalot was our first choice right back under Ralph Rangnick. We've got Marcus Rashford's contract that expires next year. Marcus Rashford wants to stay at Manchester United. He won't leave this year, Rashford. But he could leave next year if he doesn't pick up form and he doesn't stop getting injuries in that. Rashford missed the final game against Crystal Palace with illness. Rashford hasn't been the same player since he had that operation on his shoulder. And we've got Ronaldo's contract that expires next year. You know, he could leave next year, Ronaldo, but he won't leave this year because he'll obviously want to play under Ten Hag. So there you go. There's a lot of players that Erik Ten Hag wants to recommend to the club. You know, one of them players is Frenkie de Jong, like I've already mentioned. He wants to bring Jurrien Timber in. Erik Ten Hag wants Jurrien Timber as one of his first signings at Man United. Now, Ajax are increasingly confident of keeping Jurrien Timber. Jurrien Timber has one major concern about joining Manchester United. Jurrien Timber is valued at 43 million by Ajax. Jurrien Timber is under contract with Ajax until 2024. But yeah, Ten Hag wants a reunion with the player. Man United have also been linked with Pau Torres from Villarreal. We've been linked with Anthony. Lisandro Martinez has been on our agenda. We've been in for Declan Rice now for quite some time. So yeah, they are quite a lot of the players that Erik Ten Hag is interested in. Erik Ten Hag's transfer budget has already been revealed. Beans and toast. Yeah. Erik Ten Hag is Manchester United's manager. You know, Erik Ten Hag replaced Ralf Rangnick. Erik Ten Hag is under contract with Man United until 2025. There's an option of a further year. Erik Ten Hag attended Manchester United's final game against Crystal Palace. Steve McLaren and Mitchell van der Gaag joined Erik Ten Hag at Manchester United. The other week, Ten Hag had his first interview as the Man United manager. Ten Hag is Man United's fifth permanent manager since Sir Alex Ferguson. It's good that Ten Hag is experiencing the Premier League. You know, hopefully at Man United he can replicate what he did at Ajax. You've got to admire what he did at Ajax. You know, at Ajax he developed the young players well. He won Eredivisie titles, he won Dutch Cups, and revert back to 2019. He got Ajax to the Champions League semi-finals. Ten Hag was the Ajax manager for around 5 years. Not so long ago, it got officially announced that Ralf Rangnick left Manchester United. So reflecting on that, it said Rangnick will not take up the consultancy role at Manchester United. Ralf Rangnick did get appointed in as the new manager of Austria. Rangnick signed a 2-year deal. Ralf Rangnick was Man United's interim manager for around 4 or 5 months. He did enjoy one transfer window at Manchester United, and unfortunately he didn't get backed in this year's January transfer window. Revert back to earlier on this year, Rangnick made changes because he recommended Ewan Sharping as an assistant coach and analyst. He also recommended Chris Armisen as an assistant coach, and he recommended Sascha Lenzin as a sports psychologist. Before, Ralf Rangnick was the head of sports and development at Lokomotiv Moscow. Yes, Manchester United did lose their final game to Crystal Palace 1-0. Despite the loss to Palace, you know, Man United are in the Europa League for next season. Man United did finish 6th. Man United enjoyed their worst ever Premier League season in terms of points. Man United finished on just 58 points. As things stand, Manchester United have not won a trophy for 5 years. Nowhere near good enough to our standards. You know, Man United have only won, 4 trophies in the last 10 years. We won 3 trophies under Mourinho, we won 1 trophy under Van Gaal. And the last time Man United won the Premier League was back in 2013. Manchester United have sacked 4 permanent managers since Ferguson. The managers we sacked was David Moyes, Louis van Gaal, Mourinho, and in November last year Manchester United sacked Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. So there you go. And like I say, I hate the way the football club has been run for a long time. We've got to get the Glazers out of Man United. And United fans have been protesting against the Glazers, and the protesting will persist until the Glazers are out of the club. The Glazers have owned the club for a long time. They've owned Man United for around 17 years. They bought the club for 500 million back in 2005. So there you go. So anyway guys, that's everything to update you with. Drop your comments, likes below on the channel if you do consider subscribe as always, and take care. God bless. See you all again very soon.